Terrifier 3, directed by Damien Leone, was released this past Friday on October the 11th. It is a Christmas horror film and the third entry in the Terrifier franchise, and it is my personal favorite of the franchise, which I will get into why. Terrifier 3 conquered the role of a Christmas aspect with Christmas trees, Christmas music, a mall Santa, Christmas lighting, and everything Christmas to make it festive and special for the holidays, which I think was perfectly executed to the fullest. In this film, it follows Sienna Shaw, played by actress Lauren Rivera, who certainly establishes herself as a top-notch badass final girl if she didn't already do that in the second film. Her acting is extremely outstanding and incredible and super surreal. She is going through trauma and PTSD from the events of what Art the Clown has done to her in her life, and she is trying to cope from all of that. And in this movie, she has some crazy moments where she has to face all that, like the scene in the kitchen where she has to pass the rice, where her head is going crazy and she thinks her friend is right there, who it's her fault that they died because she didn't protect them from Art the Clown, and now the least she can do is pass the rice. Or there's a scene where Sienna is in the mall and she hears the Clown Cafe's song and she's like, I feel his presence around me. Art the Clown is here. I mean, as much as she's trying to cope and her medications and all her stuff is trying to stop her from thinking about it, she can't stop thinking about it. He has completely taken over her whole aspect of life, and you can really feel for her. All she really wants to do is protect her niece, her family, whoever's left, which is like her uncle and her aunt and her brother, and she does whatever she can to try to protect them. Her brother, Jonathan, played by Elliot Fulham, unlike the second film, he is more modest. He's more, okay, I dealt with Art the Clown and I don't want to be like him anymore, like the second film. And I'm not obsessed with the Mulcahy Clown anymore. I'm not going to be invested with him anymore. I don't want to talk about him on podcasts. I don't even want to acknowledge what he's done to me because I just want to try to move on. He's having such a deep effect on my life that I don't want to talk about it on podcasts and stuff, which is completely understandable. He truly changes his whole self, and he has more of a character development of being this character. Like, I was all about Mulcahy Clown, but now I'm more centered on school, more centered on life and other aspects. Try to think positive, try to like make it seem like it never happened because he knows it really happened, but he's trying to avoid it, and he's trying to like find that outlet of like, okay, he's not coming back, I'm safe. David Howard Thornton, played by Art the Clown, he will make facial expressions, and he will be an absolute beast when he needs to, and will carve up a bunch of victims. A bunch of innocent victims, too. Nobody is safe from Art the Clown, and I mean absolutely nobody. Samantha Scafidi plays Victoria, who is one of Art the Clown's first survivors, who is also a counterpart of Art the Clown in this film, who works together with him, and she is very demonic and creepy and so dangerous in this film. She truly has a big, crucial role, and Samantha Scafidi does an awesome job delivering in this film, just like she did in the previous films. But this film, I feel like she has more screen time, and she is able to really get into what exactly her presence is in this film and what she does to truly help Art the Clown. Okay, so I talked about how Damien Leone will take risks and nobody is safe, and that is indeed true. He will even tackle a sensitive topic like the killing of kids. But it's not like that hasn't been tackled in horror. Just look at Chucky, look at Nightmare on Elm Street, look at Halloween, look at it. Kids do get killed, but the way in this Terrifier film, the way it is done, is in a more balanced way, as it should be, because you don't want to see a kid get axed to bits on screen, so it happens off screen. Then there's an explosion, but they don't show each individual kid exploding. They show the aftermath. And it's done in a more balanced way, and if they did anything like farther than that, then it would be too far. And I feel like it's done to a certain extent. And like how he will do gruesome kills like the shower scene, which in fact most of the kills are on the same level, if not worse, than the bedroom scene from the second one. And that was truly a horrific scene. But the shower scene, even for me, is way too far. But he can't do the same thing when it comes to the way he kills the kids, because he has to pull back the strings a little bit and know his target audience, know who he is making this for. And yeah, he's making it for adults and horror fans, but also, do people really want to see kids getting killed on the screen? No. I mean, which is really good because it's more balanced, and it's like, well, kids can still be killed, but we don't have to show them have horrific deaths. Now, adults and everything, it's fair game. Anything can happen to them. There are some really good scenes in this movie, like the mall scene, the bar, actual scenes where Sienna is a perfect role model, and like big sister type vibes, big sister from another mother type vibes to her niece Gabby, who will do anything she can to protect her, and how she tries to help Jonathan and be like, wait, look, I need you. I can't do this without you. I need your help. And I feel like she does a great job bonding with the characters and really establishes herself as a top-notch final girl. And she could definitely be in the running-ups with Laurie Strode, Neve Campbell, Ellen Ripley, because she really proved in this movie, if she didn't already in the second one, how she can hang in the big leagues, how she could be a big screen queen. And just like Art the Clown keeps proving how much of a legend in horror he truly is. I mean, he does things to people that people should never have to experience. Things that are completely insane for the mind to even explore. But, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. There's a lot of things that like, oh my god, did that just happen? Well, yeah, it did. I really like the final act. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie, besides like the mall scene and the bar scene. The final act is really strong and a lot of things happen. It is an emotional roller coaster, and the amount of things that Sienna endures in it, you truly feel for her. And also there is a character who they make it seem like he's dead, but I do not think they would kill a main character off screen like that, so I have my doubts about that. My main cons of this film is it does linger a little bit from like the past and flashbacks into like the future, and like two different things will be going on at once, which didn't really bother me, but it may bother other people if they're not completely paying attention to the movie. And I was really hoping for some more lore where we can find out why Art the Clown does what he does, and like who exactly he is, and like how he keeps coming back to life and stuff. But I guess as the later films go on, it will explain more, and I can't wait for like a fourth Terrifier film. I will be giving this film 4.5 stars and a 93%, and I really hope everybody checks out this film for themselves, on either in the theaters or on digital when it comes out, and keep supporting the franchise. Take care, and stay tuned for more reviews.